Well, welcome to Flashback Monday. Things are not going right today. Totally discombobbled. Totally discombobbled. Would you stop? Don't. You pushing my books on the floor. I won't be able to reach them. Smokey. Okay, where was we? Welcome to the D. Louise book series. I'm Christina K-S-T-I-N-A. This is where we read books, talk about books. No special effects, no theme music, none of that special fancy stuff going on here. So, we are up to November 2012, and we will have to be dealing with December 2012. We just finished for Christmas. We're going to start on Christmas again. But anyway, here we go. Don't forget to check out Star Trek recaps on Friday. And If Then Friday afternoons. Got some new ideas coming up. So here we are, November 2012. These authors are still available today. These books are still available today. Maybe you found an author and she's in book 10 or 12 of her series and you want to know how it started out. Romantic Times Book Review. All these authors still exist today. They're still available today. Most of them are still writing today. If you're looking for Regency, contemporary romance, sci-fi, mystery, paranormal, Harlequin, they're all there. So let's get to it. I've noticed the magazine always starts with historical. Always. And that's probably their biggest section. But then the rest of the section's order is mixed, is changed every single month depending on the majority of the books. I don't know why, but I just recently I've been doing. We started with 2007. We're in 2012. We're working away 2016. And I just noticed that the other day. Because I look at this magazine constantly. I just love it so much. And I wish it was published today. I really do. But we have good reads, but it playing with the search engines is just, I have this thing. It's just, and fill in the sentence any which way you want. Put any word it's just good, it's just bad, it's just horrible, it's just awful, it's just great. It's just, and she's just too. If you want to see her identity, go watch my Dirty 30 New Year's Eve video. 2023 to 2024 video. And by the way, I'm looking forward to the new Janet and the new JD Robb coming up. And I've got a whole bunch of brand new 2024 authors that I'm doing this week. I'm trying to find a new series, so I'm filling in the gaps with newer books that I've been meaning to read in my to be read pile. So let's see here. I don't think this one came through. I never even checked. We're missing the first book. How can Her Highness and the Highlander? 4.5 stars. Let me fix this. Laurel's back up there. I need to do a video next year. I'm gonna have to make myself a note. I thought about it halfway through. A video of what it's like to reshelve all of that. The second installment in this delightful series has just as much charm and joy as every other one of Warren's novels. A bit of It Happened One Night mixed in with Scottish atmosphere and engaging characters, including an adorable dog, make this an irresistible read. And we've done It Happened One Night in a couple of different scenarios. We did it in Regencies, we did it in Christmases. So, cozies, check it out. Um, and she's always, I'm going to take her batteries out. I really am. Ring, 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 ring. Come here. Come say hi. Hello. Hello. Shoot. Ah, shoot. I hope you were still here. I couldn't see you. I accidentally covered my whole screen. I hope you were still there. Princess Meredith of Alden is traveling to London when her coach is attacked. Left on her own, she wanders to the nearest inn, looking so much as a bedraggled urchin that no one will believe her claims of royalty. Major Daniel McKinnon, a displaced laird, has nowhere to go and feels a kinship with the young woman. When she needs protection and an escort, Daniel volunteers. From inn to inn and trouble to trouble, they cross into Scotland, where dangers await. Ah, The Recruit. I may do these one um at some point. This is a really good series. And I did it all by audiobook a while ago. I do a lot of data entering, and when I'm doing data entering I look for series specifically on audiobooks. And I'm hoping you guys will be interested in this series too. You'll have to let me know. Monica McCarthy, The Recruit. 5.5 stars. The sixth book in the highly regarded Highland Guard series is filled with believable characters, intense emotions, and fast-paced, intricate plot seamlessly interwoven with romance and plenty of historical detail. Mary of Mar has many reasons to be wary of men, and she vows never to love. Kenneth Sutherland's only desire is to be part of Robert the Bruce's elite guard. He has been given a chance to prove himself at the Highland Games. Forced to attend while acting as a spy, Mary is immediately drawn to Kenneth. Kenneth notices Mary in her drab clothing and believes there is much to learn about a quiet woman. When he finally seduces Mary, the powerful sexual and emotional reactions between them both shock them. Interesting. Twas the Night After Christmas. 4.5 stars. An utterly wonderful novel from the incomparable Jeffries. Emotional, sensual, smart, and wonderfully romantic. Pierce Waverley, Earl of Devonmont, keeps his heart safe by living the life of a desolate rogue. He refuses to have any contact with his mother even after his father's death, until he receives a missive telling him she's near death. He rushes home at Christmas only to discover the letter was a ruse to get her son home for the holidays and possibly, oh, I don't know, play matchmaker. The warrior, Margaret Mallory. He's there. Naked guy on the cover. And bigger naked guy on the cover. There we go. How's that? Let's see. Wait, we could do this. Nope. Let's see. We could do that. 4.5 stars. Mallory's return of the Highlander series continues in the riveting story with great depth and sensuality. Her vibrant characters are so real, readers will feel they are experiencing everything with them. As Mallory explores the healing of an abuse survivor, readers will be completely caught up in the beautifully crafted and compassionate love story. Duncan MacDonald has never forgotten his first love, Moya the chieftain's daughter. He has no idea that she has carried his child when she was forced to wed another. Returning 7 years later, Duncan has been asked to infiltrate the enemy's castle to find a weakness in their defenses. He breaks in as Moira is attempting to get away from her murderous husband. In the fracas, Moira's husband dies. Fearful of men and distrusting Duncan for abandoning her, Moira is weary. If it is after he rescues her son that she knows Duncan is the man she can trust forever. Ah, seducing Mr. Knightley. The little gold number down here. Naked guy on the cover. Mayor Rodale, 4.5 stars. Ever since the first novel in Rodale's Writing Girl series, readers have been waiting for Derek Knightley, editor and owner of the London Weekly, to make center stage. Knightley has intrigued readers, but Annabelle, the truly delightful heroine, steals the show. Since becoming a writing girl and advice columnist for the London Weekly, Annabelle Swift has been in love with her boss. But Derek Knightley doesn't notice. As the illegitimate son of a peer, his goal is to marry well and be accepted by the aristocracy. When Annabelle writes a letter to her own column asking for help, a storm of letters arrive, offering every kind of advice to get her, the Nadak, to notice her. Ah. Wicked Knights. The proper lady. Tiffany Clare. 4.5 stars. Claire debuts the Dangerous Rogue series to readers' delight. Three naughty lords and their friends, the widow Jezebel, turn the tongue on its ear in a most sensual, seductive manner. Vicar's daughter Genevieve Camden knows love, but when Leo Harrow left, she swore off marriage. She is chaperoning her cousin to wedding Mr. Warren, the soon-to-be Earl of Fallon. When Genevieve suddenly sees Leo across the ballroom, Leo has promised his friend Jezebel, widowed Countess of Fallon, that he will stop the cruel Warren from marrying an innocent. He and his friends have a set plan in motion. The only thing standing in the way of success is Jenny. Leo has never stopped loving Jenny. Ah, the 12th night's secrets. Why did Jane Feather? I like her sister's series. We'll have to do it one day. Jane Feather. 4.5 stars. Feather brilliantly combines a holiday story with a spy thriller. Action and adventure, sweet passion, and chilling escapades hold readers' interest from beginning to end. Still mourning her brother's death, Lady Harriet DeVere is asked to travel to Oxfordshire for a family holiday celebration. To spy. Harriet is to watch Julius Forsyte, Earl of Morebury, her brother's best friend who may be a double agent working for the French and the British. Harriet follows his every move and finds herself enthralled. Another one of my favorite authors. What Happens at Christmas, Victoria Alexander, 4 stars. Alexander pens a delightfully heartwarming story that is perfect for the season. Her cast of characters will charm readers while the snappy dialogue kept the story moving. But the best part of Alexander's novel is that it's a holiday story that some will want to read every year. Camille, the widowed Lady Lennington, wants to marry Prince Nikolai. With her family all over the globe, she hires a troupe of actors to play them and gives Prince Nikolai a traditional English Christmas he'll never forget. The only person who actually knows of the ruse is her twin sister Beryl. The plan is perfect until the appearance of her former best friend Grayson Elliot, who proclaimed his love for her the night before her wedding and then disappeared for 11 years. Now he is back and determined to be in Camilla's life. Okay. Julianne Long, a notorious countess, confesses. The one in red, naked guy on the cover. And so that one, naked guy on the cover. Um, A notorious countess confesses, 4 stars. Long appeals to her royal Penroyal Green fans with a slightly slower paced story of a vicar and a courtesan. A vicar and a courtesan. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. When a former courtesan, Evie Duncan's Earl's husband, dies shortly after their marriage, she earns the moniker the Black Widow. She takes up residence in Penwell Green, hoping to start anew. But gossip travels quickly, and the good ladies will have nothing to do with her. Though a good man of God, Vicar Adam Sylvain has the wild Eversea blood in his veins. Evie presents a challenge to him both as vicar and as a man. Lee Greenwood, Heart of a Texan. You know, I probably have this. I should have looked for it. Heart of a Texan. 4 stars. Greenwood fans will love this final addition to the Knight Rider series. Nate's story is emotional, fast-paced Western tale full of realistic characters, authentic settings, non-stop action, and backstabbing. In the dark, Robert Tyrone can't tell his friend from Bo, so he accidentally shoots Nate Dolan. Roberta is determined to rebuild her farm, catch her father's killer, and then return to Virginia where she was happiest. But first she has to nurse Nate back to health. He has been chasing his brother's killer for a long time and won't stop. That is until he gets shot by a beauty with a bad aim, or a good aim, depending on how you look at it. Uh, Too dangerous to desire. Kara Elliott. Naked guy on the cover. 4 stars. The Lords of Midnight return for their final adventure as Elliot whisks readers' way into a passion of pearl. Though a thoroughly likable bad boy hero and feisty heroine, this well-paced story brimming with several nail-biting escapades. Years ago, Sophie chased propriety over love and sent Cameron Daggett away. She has no idea he has become a hellhound, a thief, and a skilled man of many secrets. Only he has the skills to help her disentangle herself from the villain's hold. He follows her to the seaside, and they are able to forge a partnership to save her father's reputation. Uh, To wed a Highlander. He's got a kilt on, whatever the hell you call it. Almost naked guy on the cover. To wed a Highlander. Highlanders were very, very popular. Very, very popular. They went through a very popular period of time. And Hannah Howell and Lindsay Sands also did some Highlanders too. So you might want to check those out. So, to wed a Highlander warrior. 4 stars. Donna Fletcher. The final volume in the Warrior King series is a wonderful read for medieval. This romance, believable and unusual cast of characters and fast-moving plot fraught with twists and turns. Terry McAlpin is accosted by King Kenneth's soldiers in an attempt to press him into service. Unexpectedly, a Pick woman identifies Trey as her husband, convincing the soldiers to leave. As Trey accompanies her to his clan's stronghold, he feels an unexpected attraction to her. Bliss had a vision that she would meet her husband on this trip and wasn't quite sure how she feels about Trey. We'll see. Julianne McLean. I should have looked to see if I had this one too. I didn't. Um, Princess in Love. Princess in Love. White covers don't go very, very good on this computer. Ah, 4 stars. McLean's royal trilogy continues with Princess Rose's star-crossed love story. Though slow in pace and full of introspection, the lush prose and beauty of the romance sweep readers into the Regency world. Rose has loved Leo Hunt, Marquis of Cavenagh, for years, not knowing he is a secret royalist with a claim to the throne. Leo is madly in love with Rose as well, but Rose is engaged to the Austrian prince for a political marriage that will help keep her father and brother on the throne. Even as Rose weds her prince and Leo fights against Napoleon, their forbidden passion lies dormant. What will happen that they can get together? We'll have to read the book. Scottish Witch. Kathy Maxwell, one of my authors. 4 stars. A curse, a daring charade, a delightful plot, and Maxwell's gifts for storytelling combined in this enchanting love story. Readers will take pleasure in every aspect of the second in the Chat and Curse trilogy. For centuries, the Chatton curse, which decrees that when a Chatton male falls in love, he will die, has destroyed the family. Hoping to save his family wedded brother's life, Harry Chatton heads for Scotland to find a witch to break the curse. When she learns of the fortune Harry is offering for the witch, desperate Portia McLean devises shame. With money in hand, she prays Harry won't recognize her in the village after he discovers he's been betrayed by a false witch. Oops. um. Oh, and our only man in the category, and uh, while this author is no longer with us, his I think his son has taken over and still writes them. They are hugely, hugely popular with the male population. Very, very. People still ask for them. Guys still come in all the time and ask for these books. A Rocky Mountain Christmas. Historical fiction. 4 stars. Though readers may find the numerous characters difficult to follow at first, everyone has an intriguing tale to tell. All the threads come together in a fascinating way to bring the reader an absorbing tale of Christmas and a side of magic. In 1961, retired Ambassador Rebecca Daniels Robertson tells the reporter the story of a long ago Christmas. Her tale relates the past that led Matt Jensen, Luke Sheridan, Jenny McCoy, and murderer Michael Santello and Senator Daniels with his wife and daughter to be on Red Cliff Special to Big Rock during Christmas 1893. An attempt to free prisoner Santelli ends with an avalanche that blocks the train and traps the passengers. The crooks have all the food and fuel for the stoves is running low. When rescue comes, the rescuers get assistance from an unbelievable source, which is why Rebecca has not shared the story with anyone for 68 years. And on to mainstream. I had a lot of trouble with this one. Debbie Maycomer, Angels at the Table. Maycomer's Holiday Shirley Goodness and Mercy story is a steaming mug of hot chocolate topped with whipped cream, comforting and familiar. The sparks of magic in the story are thanks to the bumbling angels that bring humor and whimsy to the otherwise predictable story and characters. Three angels and their apprentice sneak down to Times Square on New Year's Eve, where the apprentice does the one thing that's forbidden, interfering with humans. When he brings together two lovely strangers after Lucy and Arden bump into each other and share a kiss on New Year's Eve, they know there's something special happening. The path of true love is never smooth, especially as the angels try to correct the mistake and bring together the chef and food critic. Uh, let's see. The Amish Gift. I might actually have this book. I have to go look. I know I've seen it. I know I've seen it. Probably over there. Cynthia Keller. This is a simple and poignant read with charming scenes. Familiar relationships form the story's core, and the plot runs more along the lines of holiday tales that are weak on romance but strong on heart. Davis' family has moved to Lancaster, Pennsylvania to start anew. Each family member struggles to find their place in their new community, surrounded by the Amish neighbors. Tensions between husband and wife, Shep and Jenny Davis, reignite as old securities surface. As the holiday season approaches, they are met with yet another test as an unexpected visitor arrives on the scene. See what happens there. Inspirational. Mm. Betrayal. Robin Lee Hatcher, 4.5 stars. Hatcher is a consistent must-read author. Her books are always engaging, and Betrayal is no different. The characters are very real, their trials and tribulations are easy to relate to, and settling is well researched. You'll feel a warm, satisfying glow after turning the final page of this touching novel. Hugh Brennan is finding his way when he stumbles upon the ranch of widow Julia Grace. He sees her in the eyes, the same hurt he feels. Working to earn his keep, he learns all about ranching and hopes to build Julia her land to help Julia keep her land from her greedy brother-in-law. God's hand is evident as the two come together and learn to trust each other. I just It's always at the bottom of the pile. Oh, these are heavy. Placebo, Stephen James. 4.5 stars. You've heard the buzz surrounding a Stephen James novel, but may have been too chicken to read them. While this new series featuring Genevieve Banks is pleasantly less gruesome, but still features the spellbinding masterful storytelling James fans have come to expect. The ending may be convenient, but overall Placebo is an edgy, multi-layered thriller that may have you fearful every time someone says, "Oh, I've been thinking about you." Escape artist, magician, and expose filmmaker Jevon Banks is a predicament that he may not be able to escape. On a seemingly routine assignment to investigate and shut down a program that explores direct mind-to-mind communication, he gets entangled in a plot that threatens national security. To find out what's going on there. Heiress at Heart. Eris's heart. Looks like a Regency. Let's look. Ah, historical romance. 4 stars. This wonderful love story with characters who are trying to keep promises they made, even if it could land them in prison or get them killed. This is not your usual English stuffiness. There is something for everyone. After 5 years in exile, Lizzie Poole returns to London, but she has assumed the identity of her dying friend, Rio Thornburg, a widow. Joffrey Somerville is not certain this is Rio, his brother's wife, but he will play along until he can prove she's an imposter and have her punished. Let's move on to teen. I don't think I wasn't very successful in one. Flashpoint. Four and a half stars, Nancy Kress. Kress has written a spellbinding, suspenseful, and thoroughly original tale that will keep readers guessing. Each exceptionally well executed character develops, grows, and changes organically. The economy has collapsed, jobs are scarce, and 16 is now the age of adulthood. When Amy Kent is offered a full-time job with benefits, she jumps at the chance to provide for her family. Unfortunately, the job has Amy staring into a hit reality show. The contestants participate in a variety of scenarios, and audience members vote on how they will react for a chance to win prize money. Okay. I oh, another one of my authors. She's up there. Onyx. Now this looks a little more adultish, but um 4.5 stars. The second in Ahmed Chunk's Lux series is enchanting as she carefully amps up the romance and danger. Readers will stay glued as the story unfolds. Katie Schwartz used to be a regular high school student and book blogger. Now she's keeping aliens a secret and dealing with her new ability to move things with her mind. As she and Damon Black, her alien boyfriend, attempt to figure out what's happening to her, the mystery surrounding the Lux and his brother's disappearance deepens. This looks good. Dang. The seconds passed when Damon Black took his seat and when he poked me under my shoulder blade with his trusty pen. 10 whole seconds. Twisting around in my seat, I inhaled a unique outdoorsy scent that was all him. Damon pulled his hand back and tapped the blue cap of his pen on the corner of his lips. I was well familiar with the good morning kitten. I forced my gaze to his eyes, bright green eyes like the stem of freshly cut rose. Good morning, Damon. Usually his dark hair fell over his forehead as he tilted his head. Don't forget we have plans tonight. Yeah, I know. I'm looking forward to it, I said dryly. What are those plans? And time to shine. No. It's the rest of the teens. Right here, time to shine in the middle. And Carter's fifth Fab Life outing Sunday is no longer up and coming. She's arrived, and then even more drama to enjoy. Sunday Tolliver is determined to keep her music career popping while studying at Spelman. Her college pals are supportive, but her relationship with Sam hits a roadblock. After their split, Sunday and Sam are paired up with Mystique, Zach the Zillionaire's secret wedding, and the Grammy Awards. Can they still make beautiful music together? We'll see what happens. On to mystery. And I do not think. Um. Yeah, I don't think I have. I never picked it up. It's on the desk waiting for me. So I don't have a picture of this book. I had the book and I forgot it. A Death in Small Hours, Charles Finch, 4.5 stars. This Victorian era series combines the best of serious, complicated, and mystery. Great historical details, a sympathetic main character, and exact, beautiful writing. Charles Lennox is now a happy husband, father, and rising MP. His years of solving mysteries in London are over. When he's asked to make the opening speech for the session of the House, he and his family go to the uncle's estate in a tiny village to get away from the legislators. Charles is determined to stay out of things until there is a death, and then he's solving crimes again. And my other author, I read the Molly Murphy series. If you haven't checked out my videos on Molly Murphy, please do so. The Rice Bowen series. We will probably get to this soon. So look for the videos on these books. The 12 Clues of Christmas, 4.5 stars. A visit with Lady Georgina is always a treat and keeps getting better as Bowen characters continue to grow and friends you never want to say goodbye to. Trapped at the family castle, Georgie longs for her true love, Darcy O'Mara. She's tromping around South America, except a job in the village of Tiddled Under Lovey, arranging on a posh party. Also staying in the village are her mother and Noel Crawford, holed up to write a play together, but once the party gets going, her boss, lonesome neighbor Freddie, falls dead from a tree. And that's just the beginning, as Georgie, belated, learns about the recent prison break and the long-standing witch's curse. Oops. I have to see. Castle Rannoch, Perthshire, Scotland, December 14, 1933. Weather cold, atmosphere cold, outlook cold. Not in a good mood today. I wonder why. Could it have something to do with the fact that Christmas is coming and will be utterly bloody? Christmas chestnuts wilting, Yule logs cracking, merrily tables groaning under roast goose, turkey, mice pies, and flaming plum puddings, carol and mistletoe's goodwill to all men. I'm sure there's some houses in Britain where this was going to be the case. In spite of the depression, just not at Castle Rannoch on the bleak Scottish moors, where I was currently trapped for the winter. No, I was not snowed in or being held prisoner. I was here of my own volition. I happened to be Lady Georgina Rannoch, sister to the current Duke, and the bleak castle in my family. There is actually no way to make Castle Rannoch festival, even if one wanted to. Firstly, it would be impossible to heat those cavernous great rooms, no matter how many Yule logs are piled on the fire. And secondly, my sister-in-law, Hilda, Duchess of Rannoch, commonly known as Fig, was in full austerity mode. Times were hard, she said. The country was in the grip of Great Depression. It was up to us to set an example. We even had to endure baked beans on toast as our savory at the end of dinner, when shows how dire our situation had begun. It is true that times are hard for the Ronocks, even though we're related to the royal family, and my brother inherited Roanoke Castle and a London house in Belgravia. You see, our father lost the last of his fortune in the great crash of 29, then went up on the moors and shot himself. Okay, we got to get the rest of these. Uh, Stalked. Another one of my authors. Alison Brennan, 4.5 stars. Once again, Brennan weaves a complex tale of murder, vengeance, and treachery, filled with edge, tension, and clever twists. Lucy is thrilled and apprehensive and finally attending the FBI Academy. She doesn't want her past to be a factor, but someone is leaking information. When true crime novelist Rosemary Webber is murdered in New York, FBI agent Suzanne Maddox contacts Lucy as Webber's news book is about a case they worked on. Lucy is not officially involved, but her FBI mentor Tony Presidio asks her for assistance as he begins to suspect the Weber murder is linked to her first book about the murder of a little girl more than a decade earlier. With Sean's help, Lucy starts tying together information, but a sudden death at Quantico shakes up everything. Um, I did this book last year, January of last year. I was gonna do the series and then decided not to. I might come back to it. Um, you'll have to go check out my review of this book. It goes 27 minutes, so please go check it out. It's January of last year. The Autonomous Wife. 4 stars. Huber's protagonist is complex and likable, and the well-plotted mystery is filled with fascinating secondary characters. Forced by her latest husband to draw detailed illusions of this macro autopsies, Lady Kira Darby is regarded with suspicion in London society. When a murder occurs during a house party at her sister's isolated country estate, guests suspect her, but because of official investigation days are away from the estate, guest Sebastian Gage is asked to conduct the murder inquiry. He suggests that Kira assist in the investigation, but because of her experience with autopsies. It was good. Please go check out my review of this. I just want people to know I exist. This video is going to take up to 12 hours to upload today. So I just want people to know I exist. Oh, look, a black and white advertisement for the Rice Poet. I love Molly Murphy, though. We got to do this one, too. We got to do the spies. Oh, and a second book I did not get. Forgot all about it. So we'll just not do it. Because I completely forgot about it when I was there. Okay. Up on to sci-fi. I've got an idea for a sci-fi if then. I'm going to do it in a couple of days. I got to get the books together. Midnight City, J. Barton Mitchell. Mitchell's apocalyptic debut for teens is spine-tingling, action-packed terror told through straightforward, easy-to-read dialogue, painting a bleak picture that should be right up with adult sci-fi fans' alley. The reign of alien terror, established 8 years prior, leaves the United States defenseless and almost adultless as they are snatched by a race known as the Assembly. The resourcefulness and the resilience of its children means a new order. Teen Holt, a bounty hunter, and Myra, his captive, rescue Zoe, a strange little girl with special powers who being pursued by aliens. She may hold the answer to reclaiming Earth. Lewis Buckhold, Captain Vorpal's Allegiance. Four stars. While Miles, whatever Volkswagen, safely offstage for most of the book, even Vortrell has finally given us chance to be a protagonist in this fast-paced and funny romp of a novel. Ivan has been posted to coma as an aide to Bavarian admiral as he undertakes the unusual inspection of the fleet. Ivan is enjoying his bachelor existence from the magazines of the Bavarian political system when his old pal Beverly happens by. Beverly asks Ian to keep an eye on a pretty woman who may be next on the hit list of criminal syndicate from Jackson's Hole. Next thing Ivan knows, he's on the run with Tay and her half-servant Rish. Okay. Um, Mercedes Lackey. Set same lands as author's previous collaboration, the Obsidian and Enduring Flame trilogies. This startup begins millennia before by following the full life of a future legend. The book strikes the right balance between the struggles of a young girl thought to be the child of prophecy and the epic mythology that leads her to embrace a queen's destiny with Joan of Arc fever. Upon learning that she is the last survivor of a once proud house, Valencia dreams of vengeance. Promised to the Sanctuary Center of Magic and Learning, she must abandon her dream of becoming a war prince to live out her days as a servant. But she soon reveals a natural gift of magic and quickly becomes powerful enough to gain enemies within. See what happens. Let's see. Um, Ghost Planet. Lynn Fisher. 4.5 stars. It takes guts to kill your heroine before page 1, and Fisher has that in spades. Paying special language to Stanislav Slems. Um, the All right, I'm gonna have to read this slowly. It takes guts to kill your heroine before page 1, and Fisher has that in spades. Paying special homage to Stanislav Lem's Solar, in particular the moving Steven Soderbergh George Clooney film adaptation of Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale. Fisher's sci-fi romance debut thoroughly impressive. In Elizabeth's struggle to reconcile the mystery of her existence as a ghost, Fisher offers a pitch-perfect balance of cohesive scientific vision with poignant naked emotion. Psychologist Elizabeth Cole is ready to get to work as soon as she arrives in Ardell 1. The planet is greener and cleaner, and the air is fresher than deteriorating Earth she left behind. Elizabeth's new supervisor Murphy only adds to the appeal of this extraordinary new place. There's just one catch. Each new arrival to the planet has one piece of extra baggage, a ghost who trails meekly in their wake. Taking the form of a deceased person from a colonist's past, the ghosts are actually a form of alien life. But as one might expect, the psychological effects on the early settlers, constantly followed by dead loved ones, is disastrous. Ah, I don't know. I don't think that's for me. Um, on to romantic suspense. Okay. Finding Mercy. 4.5 stars. This Home Valley Amish trilogy finale brings shades of the movie Witness to the page in a pulse-pounding man and woman on the run adventure. Alex Caldwell is hiding out until after the trial of his boss, who made illegal deals with the Chinese. After his cover is blown, he's stashed with the Amish in Ohio. He actually finds his humanity here, especially once he meets Ella. Ella is somewhat content with her life, but there's a restlessness that plagues her. When his cover is blown again, Alex and Ella go on the run with Ella's feisty gross mama or grandma as chaperone. There's more than one bad guy out there, so the trio is constantly on the run. Scorched. Laura Griffiths. This entity series that has it all. Dynamic characters and a taut plot and plenty of sizzle to balance the suspense. Forensic anthropologist Kelsey Quinn has cataloged many a massacre site, but this is something really odd about the set of bones she's about to close a mass burial in Philippines. When she witnesses the killing of the FBI investigator on the case, she knows he's in deep trouble. So she goes on the run. The FBI, in searching for her, contacts an old flame Navy SEAL, George Brewer. Gage never stopped caring for Kelsey, but couldn't give up the team for her. He's not going to let her get killed by some rogue operator. He will risk everything, including his career, to be sure she is safe. And I don't have this one, but I'm going to do it anyway. It should be over there. And I don't think there's a picture of it either. No, I didn't think so. They feature more of the. Oh, I was talking about Highlanders. There's a Hannah Howell in here. That's why she was on my brain. Nope. Yeah, let's just do this anyway. Stolen, Shiloh Walker. 4.5 stars. Reminiscent of Lisa Jackson, Walker crossed into the thriller territory with a story that will leave you paranoid about your internet connection. Shay Morgan has survived unspeakable horror and rebuilt a life for herself as a recluse writer living in Alaska. With an email, a website, and an occasional phone call, she can manage just fine. Just even had a romantic relationship just last month with Elliot, co-owner of the local bookstore. Then she discovers that someone claiming to be her has started hosting book signings and started a blog and Facebook using her name. Oops. Not good. Not good. Oops. Dangerous Waters, Tony Anderson. With haunting, settling, and captivating cast of characters, Anderson has crafted a multifaceted mystery life with secrets. Readers will have to focus as a red herring abound, but the result is a compulsively engrossing page-turner. Sergeant Holly Root arrives in the Pacific coast of town of Bamford to investigate a corpse found in an underwater shipwreck, but swiftly realizes there are far more secrets to unearth. The town is haunted by a vicious murder that occurred 30 years earlier, and Holly is startled to learn that she bears an eerie resemblance to the victim. Then there is Finn Carver, former Special Forces driver, whose stoic facade hides a past full of pain and violence. In spite of the potential consequences, Finn and Holly cannot avoid a fierce attraction. See what happens there. Oh, I have this one. I didn't even look for it. I should have looked for it. We talked about this in one of my Christmas things. A gift from Tiffany. I know I talked about it from Christmas. 4.5 stars. If you miss Maeve Bench, A Gift from Tiffany will clear you up as surely as well A Gift from Tiffany's. This jewel-living novel, sparkling with warm yet delightful flawed characters, delivers exhilarating twists that leave the reader as breathless as a madcap taxi ride through Manhattan. When a Christmas Eve mix-up lands the Tiffany engagement ring that London professor Ethan Green had intended to give his posh girlfriend on another woman's finger, he vows to recover the ring and salvage his suddenly rocky relationship. But after he meets starry-eyed Dublin chef Rachel Conti, he can't bear to tell her the loutish boyfriend unexpectedly romantically expensive gift was nothing but a sham, and it was from him. Um, Brendan Novak, When Snow Falls. I wouldn't know. They said snow, snow, and you know what we got? Rain, rain, and more rain. 4.5 stars. In this sensitive, passionate, and heartbreaking, poignant second installment of Whiskey Creek series, Novak masterfully explores what happens when a woman whose entire life has been consumed by playing a variety of roles, casts off her suffocating mess, with the support of an unexpected lover, embraces who she was, is, and can be. Cheyenne Christensen half-buried memories of a happy childhood do not include the woman she calls mother, a grifter, prostitute, and abusive alcoholic who now lays dying, unrepentant in their shabby home on the wrong side of town. Eager to shed her sordid past, Cheyenne is thrilled when her secret crush, upstanding Joe DeMarco, asks her for a date. But why can't she control her sudden passion for brooding Dylan Amos, the town bad boy? We'll see. And another lady that we will be talking about in February. She's my second chance lady, Jill Chavez, Rescue My Heart. Or just Rescue My Heart. 4.5 stars. Chavez has another winner with the latest in her Animal Magnetism series, packed with trademark Chavez humor and intimacy. It is a definite must read. Adam Connolly returns from a military rescue, a broken and haunted man, and he isolates himself from all but a select few friends. When an old flame, Holly Reed, needs help finding a father, she turns to Adam. Holly has learned to rely on herself. Since every man in her life has let her down, including Adam. She's determined not to trust him with her heart again, especially when Adam insists he has nothing to offer her but passion. I don't get that. I don't get that. Um, I did not get this one either. I missed out on a lot. I missed out. Um, Come fly with me. Addison Fox, 4.5 stars. Fasten your seatbelts for Fox high-flying, emotionally uplifting Alaskan romance, filled with humor, betrayal, scenery, and realistic portrayed heroine and hero. City girl Greer Thompson heads to Indigo, Alaska to get answers after she receives news of her father's death, a father she never even knew existed. She runs into sexy bush pilot Mick O'Shaughnessy, and the attraction between them generates plenty of heat. Um, this one, this one, this one. A cowboy for Christmas. Cowboy for Christmas. See if I can. Let's see. Let's do this. There we go. 4.5 stars. In this third visit to the charming town of Jubilee, Texas, Wilde uses her gift with words to bring to life her entirely delightful characters. In an emotional and warm-hearted story, those who love cowboys will certainly empathize with her heroine's feelings about them. When she was 16, a fortune teller predicted a cowboy would change Lisette's life. This leads Lisette to marry cowboy Jake McCreef and end up in Juliet, Texas with very little money. The widowed mother of a beautiful 2-year-old son who is slowly going deaf. When Jake's half-brother Rafferty Jones shows up wanting to give her the money for the insurance for which Jake made him the beneficiary, Lisette refuses. Before he returns home to California, Rafferty offers to train Jake's cutting horse so she can get money from the seller. Aww. Don't sell the horsey. Keep the horsey. A Wedding in Apple Grove. CH. A quirky cast of nosy neighbors makes this a terrifically fun read. The main characters are sweet and appealing, and the secondary romance between the local chef and hairdresser is great bonus. The biggest news in Apple Grove, Ohio is always the latest lovebirds' names to be painted on the town tower. Every girl in Apple Grove looks forward to when her beau makes his love for her public. Megan has been waiting a decade to her on and off boyfriend again to get a ladder and make his claim. She realizes that the relationship isn't going anywhere. Daniel, the town's newest resident, is starting over after a broken engagement. Neither one is looking for love, but they fall in love with each other. Aww. Just want to see something. Barefoot in the Rain, Roxanne St. Clair. In a love story with genuinely flawed, sympathetic characters set on a picturesque island off the coast of Florida, St. Clair focuses on complex familiar relationships and the past hurts and experiences that can shape them. Amid scandal, Jocelyn Bloom returns to her hometown of Mimosa Key to seek seclusion. She bumps into Will Palmer, her first love, and their meeting brings those feelings back to the surface. Yet things are complicated as Will has been caring for Jocelyn's senile father, who a man who brought her a lot of pain growing up and someone she doesn't want to see again. Uh, Sheila Roberts, Merry Xmas. This amusing holiday tale about love, lost, and quirky is found again heartwarming. Just right. Quirky characters, snappy dialogue, and sexy chemistry of all combined to keep you laughing. Wick's life is content until she discovers her ex-husband is walking her daughter Danny down the aisle on Danny's wedding day, which leaves a bitter Cass reeling and off-kilter. Charlie Abbuck unexpectedly comes face to face with her ex-husband who wants her back after leaving her a year ago for another woman. We'll see what happens. Um, and let's move on to paranormal. Let's see. Lord's Fall. Theo Harrison. I don't know. That's a weird cover. 4.5 stars. Let the rejoicing begin. Pia and Dragos are back per usual. Things are running amok. This follow-up to Harrison's beloved and award-winning Dragon-bound series features a dynamic duo working together to build the relationship and stop a dire new threat. Now mated and expecting their first child, Pia and Dragos are dealing with the fallout from the events preceding their courtship when Dragos hunted Pia into Elven territory. The Elvens were furious and their anger has become economic repercussions, so it's necessary for Pia to visit elves and attempt to mend the fences. Elizabeth Houghton, Enslaved. Shoot. Another winning installment in the Eternal Guardian series will leave you eager for more as the action, unbelievable, thrilling, and emotional conflicts are evolving throughout. Rescued by his twin, Griffin finally free from the underworld, but the voice of Atlantis is in his head, constantly calling him to return and bring him the orb that she's given him 6 months to recover. On his journey, he intercepts Melene, the daughter of Zeus and Persephone. Her goal is to prove to her father she is worthy to return to Mount Olympus. We'll see what happens there. Larissa Road Rider, 4.5 stars. Mega Talent Lone is at the top of her game as concludes her Lords of Deliverance series with a story of redemption and sacrifice. Now that Pestilence, one of the four horsemen, has been cast out of his consciousness, Recep is saved from eternal torture. His rescuer, the Angel Reaver, decides to send him back to Earth with no memory. Jillian Cardiff has retreated to a remote mountain town to get away from her memories of a demon attack. During a snowstorm, Jillian finds an unconscious naked man who recalls only his name, Recep. He and Julian begin building a relationship, but grim reality intrudes when demon murderer Jillian's neighbors. To make matters worse, Recep is horrified to discover his true identity. Oh, a naked guy on the cover. I don't know why. I don't. Did I? I'm just gonna do this one. I know this author, and I'm surprised I didn't pull it. It's gotta be back there somewhere. We're just gonna do it with no picture. Untamed, Sarah Humphreys. 4.5 stars. Her third installment of the Imova Leagues. I know I have these books. Photographer Leah Nicholson has always known that she has an half bird, half human, and half AMOVEO. Layla, Layla, has a special gift as most hybrids do. She has the ability to get impressions of the subjects of her photographs. And half MO, she knows she has a life mate out there. But she's determined not to settle for someone who will have control over her the rest of her life. A life mate? A husband that will have control over her? Not good, not good. I hate when the tags show. Looks better without tags, don't it? Forbidden, my author, who's back there. See, A, B, C, D. Right there. She's right there. That whole column here is Frank's. Damon and Jacob and Rapture, Ecstasy. I had to shift all my books around. I kind of exploded with Feehans. I'm running out of room over here. I may need to. I don't know if I have room for Feehan on the roof. No, because that's just a Laura K. Hamilton up there. We'll see. Maybe I'll put another shelf up. That's what I'm thinking. Another shelf. So Jacqueline Frank, Forbidden. Naked guy on the cover. There's a whole article about Frank and her black cat. I used to have one. He passed away a couple years ago. I'm going to get another one. I miss him terribly. He was my emotional support cat. And there are videos of him with me in his elderly age. So the beginning, couple of my few videos over here in the corner, he's with me. So Jacqueline Frank isn't done playing in the world of Nightworkers. This fall debuts her newest paranormal romance series, a spin-off of her Nightworker books with Forbidden. She gives RT the inside scoop about her new crop of body supernatural studs, the Body Walkers. The Body Walkers are unique species in that they are human for the most part. That's somewhat of a digression from my usual fare. The Body Walkers are a combination of symbiote and host. They enter a living human host by a specific set of circumstances, giving the host a second chance to get things right. The hitch, they now have to share their body with a powerful soul. What? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. What? You want to read with me? So that's Forbidden. And a different version of Sinatra. Oh, that works. Let's do this picture. Cat to cat to cat. Two ladies holding cats. All right, goodbye. So forbidden. Let's come back here. Brilliantly creative Frank enhances expands her Nightwalker universe by introducing a previously unknown race, the Body Walkers. On her way to work one morning, Dacia Waverly is deliberately shoved off a bridge into the icy waters below. As she begins to die, Dacia's soul enters the ether and she's given a choice. She can either return to life, but only if she agrees to share her body and mind with the Egyptian female she encounters in the ether. Dorsey intercedes and she miraculously recovers, thrilling her cop brother Jackson to no end. See what happens there. Ah, Jenna Bennett, tall, dark, and divine. I wrote the price of the book on the magazine. I hate that used to write in these. I used to write in these a lot, and I hate it. It's driving me bonkers now. Uh, 4 stars. The twist on the Greek mythology is a modern and hip with a playful tone that is reminiscent of the early Doc Hunter books. And we will do Sherilyn Kenyon's Dark Hunters. Um, the interaction between all the gods and goddesses and the human identities are hilarious. Thinking of Zeus and Hera living in a row house watching TV like a 1950s couple cracks me up. Being the god of love isn't all it's cracked up to be. Ever since his wife left him for another man, Ross, aka Eros, the god of love, has lost all interest in matchmaking, preferring to drink endless amounts of wine and ambrosia, ignoring the mortals he's charged with to help. Not good. Um, this looks more like a Regency than a paranormal. Wolfishly Yours. In the latest Westfield Wolves novel, Dare brings us into the world of Regency England, where werewolves live discreetly among London's high society. Oh, well, that explains it. Oh, naked guy on the cover. When Livia Mayu is sent by her father to her grandfather's estate in London to learn how to act in polite society, the New Orleans lichen is myth, but when she meets Grayson Hadley, a feral lichen who is also being trained to tame the wolf within him, there are sparks at first sight. However, Livia wants to return to America as soon as she can and tries to enlist Grayson to help her. See what happens there. Dire Wants. This sexy and imposing dire wolves are back in the second intense chapter of Tyler's Eternal Wolf Clan series. A fierce struggle for control of the human world is brewing, and dire wolves are currently on the losing end. Naked guy on the cover. Werewolves like the Highlanders. They were two huge, massive series way back when. Everything was Highlander this and Highlander that. And you'd think with Outlander it might have making a little bit of a comeback here, but anyways, since surviving a horrible accident that killed her parents when she was 13, Kate Walters knows she is different. Recently, Kate has used her unusual abilities as a sketch artist for the police. Dire Wolf's Day has joined with the last remaining Dyers in an attempt to stop former friend Sebastian, an extraordinarily powerful witch, from helping the were-trappers take over the world. Stray senses Kate's presence and abilities, and when he touches the invisible mark on her back, they feel a magical connection. Ah, let's see what we're up to here. Uh, did that. Um, did that. All right. Donna Grant, Midnight. Midnight Seduction. Naked guy on the cover, but this time he's purple. So, naked guy on covers sell books, huh? No matter what genre it is, whether it's Regency, contemporary romance, paranormal, you put a naked guy on the cover. Who knew? Um, Midnight Seduction, 4 stars. The Dark Warriors with the evil druid Deidre comes to a head in a thrilling new installment. Having been blinded, tortured, and used against her will for 3 years by the evil druid Declan, Saffron Fletcher is starting to accept her freedom after she's rescued by handsome Camden McKenna and the rest of his warriors. Saffron hopes to use her powers as a seer to destroy Declan and Deidre. Camden and Saffron find themselves fighting their attraction in an effort to focus on their vengeance. And an author that has been around for a very, very, very long time. Um, and her books are very, very popular. Very, very popular. V.C. Andrews, Daughter of Light. Daughter of Light, Book 2 in Andrews The Kindred series starts off where Book 1 left off, with one-page turning suspense as Laura Lee flees her vampire father. Lorelei Pato is on the run from her father, a elusive vampire whom she's expected to give her allegiance. She ends up across the country in Massachusetts where she starts a new life. Lorelei makes friends and acquaintances as quaint boarding house. She lives in fear that her family will find her and dark past will come to light. Her romantic involvement with her boss's son Liam only tweaks her fears. Okay. Let's go back here. This series was good. It's back there. Um, it starts off really, really good. It starts off, like the Daniel Casey books. She can see ghosts and she solves their murder mysteries. And the first few books are really, really, really good. And I really, really enjoyed them. And then she takes a left turn and the books take a dive, a severe dive. The last couple books are just, I have them and I read them, but they are nowhere near the beginning. The last couple books don't make a hill of beans of sense to me, but anyway, I like the murder mystery solving in the beginning books. I like that, but her left field with the boyfriend, the hell situation, it lost me. Um, Fourth Grave Beneath My Feet, Dorinda Jones. Mixed in with the wacky humor of Fourth Charlie Davidson outing, Jones tackles the more sensitive topic of post-traumatic stress disorder. Charlie is clearly suffering from the psychological repercussions of her brutal torture at the hands of a killer. Hot talent, Jones is doing a terrific job building complex layers not only for Charlie but also for her vital secondary characters. Grim Reaper Charlie has been holed up in her apartment for 2 months recovering from the physical and mental wounds inflicted by her murderer. Meanwhile, the sexy son of Satan, Reyes Farrell, has been cleared of the false charges against him and is out of prison, but the relationship is a question mark. On the PI front, Charlie has a new client, a young woman who asserts someone is stalking her and frightening her. And Reyes, that's where she takes the wrong turn with him, and it kills the books. The first few are so good. I don't know why I didn't. Um, Hidden, PC Cast. These are very popular. Um, At the end of Destin, Neferet was finally exposed as evil to someone other than Zoe and company, which now changes the dynamic of their fight. Cast use numerous perspectives for this book, giving readers insight into the motivation and emotions of various characters. After her mother was sacrificed by Neferet to the darkness, and Drago was killed by Oxar, Zoe is devastated, but Dantos, the acting high priestess of the House of Night, saw all of this unfold. Zoe and her friends' warnings are finally taken seriously, but Neferet will not go down without a fight. Okay. Um, why did they put that one and not the other one? Harry Arthur. Darkness Hunts. Like its predecessor, this fourth title in Dark Angel series is okay. Watching the relationship between Riza and her Reaper protector Ezreal develop is enjoyable. Half werewolf, half Astaea, Riza Jones is still on a quest to find the lost keys to heaven and hell. On a trip to the realm between life and death interlude, a ghost may provide a clue. She sees a man strangling a woman and intervenes. When it turns out the man is a serial killer in real life, Riza must track him down and stop him before he kills again. Oops, I missed one. I missed one earlier. I missed one. Or maybe I didn't. Oh, that was okay. Um, Last Chance Christmas. Ramsey's romance packs just enough heat and inspired in the holiday story with lead characters who will introduce belly laughs and smiles. Larkchild can come to Last Chance, South Carolina to fulfill her father's last wish of spreading his ashes there, but the residents have long memories of their dad's short visit and the deadly mystery surrounding him. Lark doesn't need more trouble. She's fighting her own demons, not to mention the feeling a certain cop is stirring inside of her. I will probably see these again. Okay. All right. On up the professional. Okay. And the professional. Harlequin Blaze. Naked guy on the cover. uh The Men Out of Uniform series is back and better than ever with Ranger Security latest recruit, former Army Ranger Jeb Anderson, set out to investigate a series of jewelry thefts at local retirement community. He catches the eye of community massage therapist Sophie O'Brien, who is also at the top of his suspect list. By bonding together, the two set out to solve the mystery and fall into whatever reluctant but inevitable affair they have coming. Um let's see. Um, Christmas in Texas. Tina Leonard and Rebecca Winters. In Leonard's Christmas baby blessing, florist Cappy Snow has no intention of reuniting with her almost ex-Texas Ranger Siegel West, even if she's carrying his twins. Siegel is just determined to win her back, and he gets the perfect chance when he is assigned to protect her, as it appears someone is using her floral shop to snuggle drugs. In Ranger's Christmas Rescue by Winters, Andrea Sinclair is a woman on a mission after a car is stolen and her son is kidnapped by ex-husband. Texas Ranger Flynn Patterson comes upon a car accident and rescues the missing baby. Andrea and Flynn are thrown together as he searches for her husband and the passion between them ignites. Ah, Jana D. Leon, The Vanishing. And if you have not seen my videos on Johnny D. Leon Misfortune Mystery Series, please check those out. I plan on doing another one soon. Welcome back to Myra Parish, Louisiana, the center of weird in a state known for voodoo and the occult. Nurse Colette Gudry knows her assistant Anna is in trouble. When she doesn't show up for work at New Orleans Hospital, but with Anna's checkered past, nobody is taking it seriously. Colette asks for help from sexy Max Duan, Max left the police department in hopes of helping more people with the red tape, but he has trouble conceiving Colette's tale despite his attraction to the sexy nurse. Aw. Um, The Witch's Initiation by Ella James. Sexy guy, naked guy on the cover. After her younger sister disappears while at college, Dem Shaddix and her three other sisters converge on the campus to rescue Ara from the dark force that seems to have spirited away. Once there, Demi gets the help from police officer Cal Black, her former fiance. Cal's the man she ran away from a year earlier rather than confess that she's a witch to him. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. Um, Love inspired. Let's Electrinity. Since her first day at work, Dr. Derek Cotton's clinic, nurse Chloe Monroe feels like she's found the perfect job. She's attracted to a handsome boss, though she needs to keep her distance because of a secret past she's trying to keep hidden, one that could jeopardize her new life. Yet when Derek starts reciprocating her feelings, Chloe finds him hard to resist. The wedding plan. Abby Gaines. Can't better. Um, After Navy chopper pilot Lucas Calder is wounded in action, he fails part of the eyesight exam required to put him back on active duty. Determined to retake the test, he asks childhood friend Mary to help talk his father into letting him get a retest. But when Mary's father dies of kidney failure, he expresses the desire to see Mary and Lucas marry. The two oblige him in order to give him his dying wish, planning to get divorced after he's gone. But they end up falling in love. Okay, and Love Inspired. Love Inspired. The Frontier Family. Sunny Adams is a reformed prostitute who was taken in by the local Quakers. She knows she needs a fresh start, so when Noah Whitmore offers to marry her and take her and her 6-month-old daughter from Pennsylvania to Wisconsin with him, she agrees. Once there, Noah longs to be left alone, but his friendly neighbors and the Indian widow with a young son in need of help, along with a compassionate and loving wife, make that wish impossible to fulfill. And I think our final book for the day. Kimmy Romance, Phyllis Byrne, Taste for Temptation, naked guy on the cover. Addison Ellison resigns from his position as vice president in the family company when he's being coerced into marrying a girl as part of a business merger. He decides to dedicate his life to becoming a pastry chef like his grandfather. While perfecting his chocolate dishes in preparation for a baking competition, he meets his neighbor Brandy Collins and falls in love. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. What? What? Let me see if there's any naked peoples. Is that one reviewed in here? I don't think it's reviewed in here. Oh, it is reviewed in here. There you go. Sharon Page. These covers are like red, black. I don't know why they did some black and white, but the covers are like red and black. We'll do this last one. Sharon Page, 4.5 stars. An unusual alliance of villains adds special interest to this love story. It's not your typical Regency, but it's laced with Eris flair and imbued with full flavor of paranormal. Like Lady Octavia's, Grenville is dying and she wishes to lose her virginity. She seduces the virile Matthew, Earl of Sutcliffe, but isn't prepared for the powerful romance it unleashes. Matthew is under the spell of the leader who turned him into a vampire. Well, there you go. Romantic Times book review for November 2012. If you could please hit the like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Also, check out Star Trek Next Generation is on Fridays, and If Then's on Fridays. And this is last week. I hope you watched this one last week. I love these magazines to death. And I hope this video doesn't take 15 hours to upload. We'll see what happens. Have a good day.